Good morning, Tehmina Khan is here in TK Maths is Fun. In this video, I will explain the concept of trigonometry, which is a topic of O-level additional mathematics. I have made 4 small videos to cover all the concept. The first one will have basic and general angle, and second one will be on sketches of sine, cos, and tan, and third one is on identities and reciprocal function, and fourth one is on solving trigonometric equation. Now, in these videos, I have taken just 1 or 2 examples to explain the concept. The reason is I have already made in detail on trigonometry the video, which was I made in my time when I started making videos. So I am putting the link of those videos also in the description. So if you're interested to see more examples or detailed explanation, you can refer to those videos in the link below given in the description. So let's begin with this. So first of all, we'll see the CIE syllabus. It seems a lot, but actually it is not. Like I said, there are 3 concepts: sketching of the trigonometric, identities of the trigonometric you have to prove, and solving equation. And then definitely to understand all this, you need to understand the concept of basic and reference angles. So this is what I have listed down here also. So basically there are 3 concepts and there are little things inside each concept. So you need to recall first of all, what is your sine, cos, and tan, which you have done earlier in maths. It is applied on right angle triangle. And we know sine is opposite over hypotenuse. I have written here. Cos A. So we are talking about with respect to this angle. Cos A is adjacent upon hypotenuse and tan is opposite over adjacent. The easy way to remember, which most of the students do, otherwise people learn different phrases to learn it, but it is like SOHCAHTOA. Sine opposite over hypotenuse, cos adjacent over hypotenuse, tan opposite over adjacent. So SOHCAHTOA is just like no meaning it has, just making it up to remember the thing or to remember the ratios. Now, when you will study trigonometry on your own also from your book somewhere, we always mention a special angle. Now, it will not affect your paper because you are allowed to use calculator, but they are called special angle, which are 30, 45, and 60 degrees, because you can find out the exact value of this without using a calculator. So the technique is, this is just an extra knowledge. If you don't want to, you can move the video forward, right? So anyway, for 45 degree, the technique is, if one angle is 45, understood the other is 45, because sum of the 3 angles in a triangle is 180 degree. And we are talking about right angle, so this is 90. Now, if 2 angles are 45, it means it is an isosceles triangle. So we can write 1, 1, and by Pythagoras theorem, it is root 2. So we know from here that, let me show you cos. This, look at this middle column. We know that sine is opposite over hypotenuse, 1 over root 2. Cos is opposite over hypotenuse, 1 over root 2. Tan 45 is 1 over 1, opposite over adjacent. So this is how you can fill it up very quickly. Now come to this one. If you have a right angle triangle, not right angle, equilateral triangle, all angles are 60 degree, right? If all angles are 60 degree and you split it from here, drop the height from this vertex to this side opposite to it, you will get 90 degree here. So you have taken here 2, 2, and this whole side is 2. Because it is equilateral triangle, so we have taken the same value. And why we have taken 2? Because we have to split this into 2. We know into 2 parts, so 1, 1 will be easy. Then by applying the Pythagoras theorem, you can find out this height. Now, if this is 60, this is 30. So it's very easy for you now. Cos 60 is what? Adjacent over hypotenuse. Sine 60 is opposite over hypotenuse. So you can see it is written in the table also. This is a table of 60. Sine 60, if you see here, opposite over hypotenuse. So this is the way you can complete the table and you can find the value immediately. You don't need to learn it by heart. It will take hardly a minute that you draw the triangle and then figure out the values. That's fun. Now, we need to understand what is a basic angle and general angle. When the angle is measured from the positive x-axis, it is called a general angle, and it is measured, referred by theta. Now, important thing about it is that if you, let me draw. If you draw a line from the positive, rotate the line from the positive x-axis to the anti-clockwise direction, then you say theta is positive. So if I ask you, okay, theta is 100 degree, how will you rotate? You will rotate in this direction. But if you rotate it clockwise, it is called negative angle. But it is all happening with respect to positive x-axis, from this point. So from this point depends, you are going like this or you are going like this. If it is clockwise, it is negative angle. If it is anti-clockwise, it is positive angle. So remember it, we will make or use the application of this in solving equation. Like I said in this chapter, there are 3 things: sketching, identities, and solving equation. But this basic and general angle is the foundation of each. So that's why we need to have a concept of this also. Now, if you have a calculator, you can put the video on pause, and what I'm saying, try it out. When you have XY axis, these are called quadrants, right? When you divide the circle into 4 parts, this is called first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. And the angles are, if we are measuring from this way, it starts from 0 to 90, 90 to 180, 180 to 260, 260 to 360. If you will rotate this way, it will be 0 to minus 90, minus 180, minus 270, minus 360. Depends what is given to you. You are given usually that go from 0 to 360, or you are given from minus 360 to 0. This means I have to go clockwise, because only then I can go from 0 to minus 360. So this range which is given to you of the values helps you to find out. So what I was saying, you can check in the calculator. Any angle between 0 and 90, for example, 70 degree. Substitute sine 70, cos 70, tan 70. All will be plus answer. You can try it out right now. Put the video on pause. Then any angle between 90 and 180, for example, 130, for example. Put sine 130, cos 130, tan 130. Only sine will be plus. The other 2 answers will be minus. Similarly, between 180 to 270, pick up any degree, for example, 200. And substitute sine 200, cos 200, tan 200. Only tan will be plus. And similarly here, any, only cos. So that's why usually it is remembered by ASTC. And this application we will see when we will be using solving equation. It's very important in that case. So you have to remember it then. And we usually call it at that time, apply ASTC. ASTC. Now ASTC mean all, sine, tan, cos. Okay. So this is the way we remember in which quadrant which trigonometric ratio is plus or minus without even using a calculator. Now see here, when you make a rotation, for example, let me make a rotation here. It will look beautiful then. Give me a second. Okay, so for example, I rotate this anti-clockwise and I stop here. This is 125 degree, right? Now this 125 degree is my theta. Why? Because I'm measuring from here. This is my general angle. I am in the second quadrant. First, second, third, fourth. I'm in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, the angle I make with the x-axis is called alpha, which is basic angle. So let me tell you here one thing. Basic angle is always, let me draw proper line. Basic angle is always drawn with the x-axis in the quadrant, right? So if this is my line and I rotate it till here, okay, I'm rotating it till here, then this is my theta, general angle, and this is also my alpha. Why? Because I'm in the first quadrant, and if I measure from here and measure from x-axis, it is same, right? Let's take another example. If I rotate all the way, oops, sorry. If I rotate it, some more. If I rotate it from here till here, for example, right? So I can say this is my theta general angle and it will be negative. For example, it is 170 degree. Then my basic angle alpha is with the x-axis. So basic angle is always made with the x-axis in that quadrant. And it is always plus, right? So we have learned one thing here, that basic angle is made with the x-axis, general angle is made with the x-axis positive, like it is here written. So sometime in the question it is told to you that theta is minus 110 and it is in the third quadrant, because quadrant you'll always count from here 1 2 3 4. Do not make a reverse counting 1 2 3 4, never. Okay, no. So if question says it is in the third quadrant and theta is minus 110, what is the basic angle? So you will just roughly draw it here, write 110 here, and it is a straight line. So you know this whole is 180, so 180 minus 110 is 70. So your basic angle is 70 degree. And there is a strong relationship between this basic angle and this general angle. Now pick up your calculator, I'm telling you something here. Okay, now for example, I want to see this side. Okay, let me make a board cleaner a bit here. Okay, so for example, in the calculator, this is 70 and 110, right? Put sine 70 and sine 110. See what is the answer. Sine 70 will be plus and sine 110 will be what? Sorry, sine 110 is on sine minus 110. So sorry, it is minus 110. So you will get plus answer here, because I did not tell you, I think, those rules here as yet, but anyway, they will come after a little while. Sine minus theta equals to sine theta. So you get plus answer. So we will see the application of this when we will be solving equations, right? Right now we have seen the relation. Similarly, if you put sine 55 and sine 125, answer will be same. Okay. If you put cos 55 and cos 125, magnitude wise, number wise, numeral wise, answer will be same. But this will be plus, this will be minus, and it's right. Because cos 125 is in the second quadrant, and in the second quadrant you have cos negative. So answer of this should come negative. But magnitude wise, their answers will be same. Now one more thing before we continue, because now we are talking about any angle, not just right angle triangle. So if you look at this line, which has been rotated from here till here, and it is some point here, we know from coordinate geometry, if we measure the point, we drop the line. This is called x point and this is called y point. That's why it is written here x comma y. So this side is x, this side is y, and this side is called r, right? Now if you see, sine is what? Y over r. Why? Opposite over hypotenuse. Cos is what? Adjacent over hypotenuse. Tan is opposite over adjacent. So you just need to understand this concept. Where we will apply, you will see it later. But if it is written like this, do not get confused what it is about. You see why? Because even if I am in the second quadrant, for example, I have rotated a line all the way from here till here. Okay. Now, of course, this point is referring some x point. It will be negative, but forget about plus minus. Just talk about the value right now. And it will be talking about some y value here. So my point will be x comma y, right? And if I complete the triangle from here, this is my x, this is my y. Definitely it will be negative because I'm on the left side. And this is r. So again, if you write here with respect to this angle, whatever is here, if you write with respect to this angle, let me call it a. So it will be sine a is equals to y over r. Cos is x over r. Tan is y over r. You see, same thing. Sorry, y over x. But plus minus will depend in which quadrant we are. And we can also understand by this ASTC that for sine it will be negative, right? So you will see the application of this in a while. Okay, now this is the last example of this video. Let me hide a bit so that you do not get confused. Okay, now in this question, one hint is given, two hints rather given to you. Question is saying cos theta is minus 5 over 13 and tan theta is less than 0. Less than 0 mean it is negative. You have to find out the value of sine theta and value of tan theta. With the help of given hint, you will identify the quadrant. Which quadrant have cos value negative and tan value negative? Any idea? If I draw here ASTC, here all positive, so this quadrant out. I want cos negative and tan negative. Cos is plus here, tan is plus here. It means these quadrants are out. Both are negative in this quadrant. It means my quadrant is second quadrant. So with the help of the given hint, you will identify the quadrant. I got it without doing anything, just because of my basic knowledge. Now, how will I find the value of this and this? Now, there are two ways. Let me tell you both the ways. First of all, what is given here? You will make a triangle here, right? And cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. So you wrote here adjacent 5 and 13 here hypotenuse. R is always positive because it is representing the size by the Pythagoras theorem. So that's why this negative minus 5 came along here. Now with the help of Pythagoras theorem, you can find out y, which is 12. And now to answer sine theta, you will say y over 13. And y is 12. So 12 over 13. And tangent is 12 over minus 5. Right? Now the other technique to do the same question, because sometimes in my experience, I have learned that students find it difficult to put this triangle in a particular quadrant, right? So there is another way also to do that. I have identified from here that it is quadrant number 2. That I have identified. But I do not need to draw this quadrant, this triangle here, right? I know from here that my sine answer will be plus. So this answer will be plus. This answer will be minus. I know this information because I'm in the second quadrant. But what I'm saying, not necessary to draw triangle in this quadrant. Then how we will do it? Just draw a simple triangle anywhere in your copy and call it a theta. Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. See, I'm not writing plus minus here. Am I? No. I'm just using values. This minus sign has helped me to identify a quadrant. Using Pythagoras theorem, I will find out this. After that, I can answer my sine theta. I can answer tan theta. Tan theta is 12 over 5. Now I will see what sign I will put here because there is no plus minus here like it was here. So I will see, okay, my answers are in the second quadrant. So sign will be plus, let it be like this, but with tan, put the minus sign. So these are the two ways to do it. It's up to you, whatever way you find it easy. You want to draw a triangle in that particular quadrant, then put the sign accordingly properly. And otherwise you can do it like this. So thank you very much for watching this video. Like I said again, I have just taken 1 or 2 examples. I'm putting the link in the description in which I have explained the basic angle and reference angle with many more challenging questions also, where I have taken different ranges also. It's not always from 0 to 360. I have taken minus 360, I have taken minus 90. So different ranges. Those videos are little more in length. So, but you can refer it. They have different examples. And next video will be on the sketching, which will be on the same forum, right? So thank you very much for watching this. Please share it with your friends and do like and subscribe if you have learned something from it. Take care. Allah Hafiz.